What's going on, Strong Squad? DeMarco here with Strength with Purpose. Today I'm going to teach you the single arm kettlebell swing. If you haven't yet watched the deadlift and 2-arm swing videos, please watch those first. I never teach a single arm swing until the client or athlete has mastered the deadlift and the 2-arm swing. Those are the building blocks for the single arm swing. So what I love about the single arm swing is while it's a variation of the 2-arm swing, it is a slightly more advanced variation in that you're asymmetrically loaded, and because of that there's what we call core anti-rotation as part of the movement. This is one of the reasons I love it so much. So because the weight is in one arm, that weight is going to want to pull you forward on the one arm and try to rotate your body. So we're going to activate the core, the lats, the obliques, the rectus abdominis, and all that to anti-rotate, so basically keep you from rotating. So tremendous movement for that, and it's next level. It's one of the reasons I love the movement so much. So that's really the main thing that differentiates the two. Obviously, it's a single arm movement, so it's loaded in one arm. So the main thing here is your positioning is going to be slightly different. Your body positioning will be the same. So you're going to set up just like you would in a deadlift. So I know I've taught you guys this before, but do the 2 steps. Take your deadlift stance. Now with the single arm swing, you're not going to go dead center, because if you go dead center with one arm, your arm will be center, but then your body's going to rotate, and that's going to put some pressure potentially on your lower back. I've actually hurt myself in the past doing that with heavier kettlebells, so it's definitely something that you want to be careful with. So just a word to the wise there. So I want you to be slightly off center. So when I have a kettlebell in front of me, if I'm going 2-arm swing, I'm dead center here. I'm setting up, I'm going to hike back. If it's a single arm swing, the arm I'm starting with, I'm going to be slightly off center, favoring that side. So I'm going to start with my left arm, so I'm going to go slightly favoring towards that left. The rest of the movement applies. The main difference is also what to do with the other arm. I like to bring the arm to my chest, almost like in a rack position with a kettlebell, just a good way to kind of get the arm out of the way and keep it involved. I find that the swing back with the arm helps me generate a little bit of momentum and helps the movement feel much smoother. So, but there's really no wrong way to do it. Some people go hand on the hip, some people come here, some people bring the hand up and follow through with the kettlebell. I've even seen some people bring the arm out here for the single arm swing or for a snatch. I personally don't like that method, but it's called personal training for a reason, right? We all have our own preferences. So I'm going to demonstrate some swings for you here. Everything still applies. We're going to sit the hips back, grab that bell, oh man, yeah, doesn't take many reps to get your heart rate up. So the other part of the single arm swing is obviously we're going to work one arm. Whenever I program this, I obviously don't want to just train one arm and not the other, because then you're going to lose out on the benefits here, where we're going to balance out what's called the bilateral deficit. Just a fancy term for the fact that our bodies are naturally asymmetrical. You know, no one's perfectly symmetrical. I've personally never met anybody that looks like the Vitruvian Man that Da Vinci painted, centuries ago. So if you have, let me know. I'd like to meet this person. So what I like to do is whenever I program it, I essentially, quote unquote, double the volume. So whatever you're going to do on one arm, you're going to do on the other to balance it out. So that's where what happens is you get into either swing switching or setting it down and then re-hiking it in. So with a lighter bell, you can swing switch, and I prefer to do it standing, where you're up here, you're going to switch hands and come right back into the next one. So I'll demonstrate that for you. Yeah, so that's a method you use with a bell you're very comfortable with. Now, if we're talking about a heavier bell, I don't like to do that because it's a lot of weight, right? And if you're slightly out of position with your spine or with your hips, you could really hurt yourself. So if it's a heavier bell, I like to really break it down and do an individual hike pass setting up for each swing. So for example, here, if this were a heavier bell, yeah, so like I said, that's the method I'll use for a heavier bell. It's really beneficial too when you're ever doing time trials or anything like that. It's going to be most efficient, and you're going to make sure that you don't get lazy on that switch off when you're coming back into that first backswing position going into your swing. So yeah, 8 swings and I'm out of breath. That's awesome. So but like I said, guys, this is a more advanced variation of the movement, and it's amazing. Like I said, when that bell's here, it's going to pull that shoulder forward, so you want to really think about pulling the shoulder into its socket, activating that lat and the core as well, which is going to help keep you from rotating the bell. So really resist that that movement. So it's called anti-movement, anti-rotation. So that's all I got for you guys. I want to thank you so much for watching the video today. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe to this channel, Strength with Purpose, and join the Strong Squad. We're a group of like-minded individuals that believe in serving others through strength. So, and we're also running the 1,000 subscriber challenge, where once this channel reaches 1,000 subs, we're going to select 5 winners to win the following: 5 personal training sessions, each lasting an hour. It's going to be in person or virtual, depending on where you are. In addition to that, it's going to be a 3-month customized program, obviously based upon your goals and upon the pre-initial assessment that we do with you. That's going to be accessible via smartphone app. So this is very simple. You're literally going to have your workouts on your phone with you. So basically anywhere you go. In addition to that, we're going to give you some swag, give you a Strength with Purpose shirt. That way you can wear the Strength with Purpose jersey, if you will. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.